Hey, welcome back. Audrey here from chica+co. Breed-specific dog foods, a whole lot of malarkey or the best thing you can possibly feed your pooch. I belong to several dachshund groups, unsurprisingly, and inevitably the topic of what is the best food to feed them comes up time and time again. And a lot of the time, the answer people post up on the chat thread is, well, that's easy. The best food to feed our dashies is a dachshund breed-specific one. But is it really? What makes it perfect for all dachshunds out there, but not, say, a French bulldog or another hound breed, like, for example, a beagle? They're all about the same size, so what's the difference? Are breed-specific commercial foods the real deal or just plain old malarkey? Well, today's topic is certainly an interesting one as, well, these are targeted foods and they are really, really expensive. So one would assume they're really, really good. So what makes them different from standard adult dog food formulas or standard large breed formulas, for example? And why are they almost twice the price of a comparable product? I need to start at the beginning here and go over the different general categories of commercial foods, and these do have some key differences to each other. There's the life stage range, that is food for puppies, adult dogs, or senior dogs. And each formulation has different calcium and phosphorus ratios to help rapidly growing bones in puppies and declining bone density in our older dogs. There's also different fat ratios, as is fat equals fuel. A puppy needs more fuel than an older sedentary pooch. Then there's the size categories. A 3 kilo Maltese has a smaller mouth than a Great Dane, for example. So the kibble pieces would reflect this. And a giant breed like a Great Dane needs different calcium to phosphorus ratios to a dachshund to a certain degree. So that's pretty much it, except for the working dog category like cattle dogs or other herding dogs. They basically just need more fat as their metabolisms and jobs mean they burn through the calories. And enter the latest category, the breed-specific category. And oh boy, does this grab your attention when working your way through hundreds of types of foods on offer in the pet food store. I adored the dachshund breed, and I know I can speak for most here. If you've got a purebred dog, you've chosen that breed because you love their personalities and physical traits. Now, I know opinionated, stubborn hunters with 5-centimetre legs aren't everyone's cup of tea, but we adore their specialness, except maybe the barking part. So, of course, I see a bag or a tin of food with dashies on the front, I'm drawn to it. I want it totally sold. That also applies to dashie PJs, coffee cups, T-shirts, it goes on and on. Anyway, breed-specific dog food is a niche market product and it's supposedly designed to address common health issues, physical traits and preferences of specific dog breeds. While this is appealing, just like those pictures of your favourite breed on the front of the packaging, it's scientifically debatable. I'll argue that general high-quality foods tailored to their life stages, size and activity levels are nutritionally sufficient. The companies making these here in Australia are Royal Canin and Advance. Okay, in my opinion, general nutritional needs are far more important. A dog's nutritional needs are more closely linked to its size, age, activity level and its overall health rather than its specific breed. Yes, dashies do have a higher risk of IVDD, which is basically spinal wear and tear or injury due to their stretchy, elongated bodies. So yes, feeding a preventative diet or diet formulated to address this breed's specific trait makes perfect sense to me and everyone else. Okay, let's do some comparisons. Let's compare this product specifically designed for dachshunds, my breed of choice. And yes, I am very much drawn to the picture of a dachshund on the front of this bag. So this product statement says, dachshunds have short limbs and vertebrae, which are subjected to severe mechanical stresses. True. Royal Canin Dachshund Dog Food supports the dachshund's bones and joints with specific formula aimed at maintaining ideal weight and an adapted content of calcium and phosphorus. What does that mean? Helps maintain vitality in ageing dachshunds and maintaining muscle mass with optimal protein content to help promote energy production in muscles. There's a whole lot of words in there and it sounds fabulous. Helps reduce the volume and odour of the stools. I was unaware that dachshunds' poos smell more than other breeds of dogs. Okay, so let's have a look at the ingredients. They are, and remember the top 5 rule, the first 5 ingredients generally make up 98 to 99% of the bag. So first up, we've got rice, dehydrated poultry protein, vegetable isolate, protein isolate, animal fats, and hydrolyzed animal proteins. Delicious. Now, I want to compare a non-breed specific dry food for small dogs from a very different company, Hills. This one is the Joint Care and Mobility formula. I want to focus on helping my dogs to avoid the dreaded IVDD and like-for-like comparisons, right? Their website states, helps improve your dog's ability to run, walk and jump in as little as 21 days with a clinically proven combination of nutrients. That's 21 days. That's awfully specific. I wonder where they got that from. An excellent source of the omega-3 fatty acid, EPA, to nourish cartilage. Sounds good to me. Control calorie content to help maintain a healthy weight and avoid extra stress on joints. Also sounds good to me. Clinically proven antioxidants to support a healthy immune system. And what are the ingredients? Well, they are whole grain wheat, whole grain corn, flaxseed, chicken meal, soybean meal run, and corn gluten meal. Well, in this formulation, the first 3 ingredients are grains, followed by chicken meal. And here's where this one is interesting. The next ingredient is soybean meal run. This is also fairly new in labelling land, so I actually had to Google it, which is a byproduct, turns out, a byproduct of soybean processing that consists of the soybean hulls and small pieces of the bean meat. And then we've got more corn. That's a huge amount of carbohydrates. And I'll also just touch on the chicken liver flavour and the pork liver flavour that you can see further on down the list. So artificial flavours are being used to tempt your dog into eating this bowl of highly processed cereal. So what makes this formula great for mobility, I wonder? Close to the top is fish oil. That's an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acid. And right at the very bottom is listed glucosamine hydrochloride, a key component in building and repairing cartilage, tendons and ligaments. In food and supplements, glucosamine hydrochloride helps with mobility and can definitely ease joint pain, particularly for dogs with arthritis. And then second to last is chondroitin sulfate, also great for joint health. So at least these 3 substances that can benefit joints are not chemically altered like the Royal Canin Dachshund specific one is. So points for the credibility in some of their claims. 21 days, unsure there. And, well, the cost is interesting as well as a comparison. This one comes in at an eye-watering $102.99 for 3.5 kilos. And the feeding amount is the same 100 grams for a 5-kilo doggo. So that comes in at $2.71 per meal. And it's interesting. It's around half the price of the Dashi specific food. And for those playing along at home and are interested in the guaranteed analysis of these 2 products, the Royal Canin one is protein 28%, fat content 14%, crude fibre 2.9%, and the Hills Mobility one in comparison is protein 24%, fat content 12%, and crude fibre 8%. So they're pretty much like for like. I'd actually say the cheaper Hills Mobility one has better ingredients targeting joint health. So the other breed-specific one I would like to look at is quite bizarre in my opinion. It's specifically designed and targeted nutrition for oodles. Yep, oodles. And don't hate me now, people. Controversy incoming. This is actually not a breed at all. Rather, it's a crossbreed between a poodle and a cocker spaniel or a poodle and a golden retriever. Anything crossed with a poodle is considered an oodle. A spaniel and a golden are very different dogs with very different breed-specific health concerns. Retrievers are prone to hip and elbow issues, as well as obesity. They're all chunky monkeys. And cocker spaniels have a high rate of have a high rate of heart issues. And poodles are prone to hip dysplasia and eye issues, like cataracts, for example. So you can see the flaw in this already. Unless they have targeted ingredients to address all of the different breed-specific health issues in one formula, that would mean a very, very long list of varied ingredients, not to mention the endless list of oodle possibilities. There's moodles, there's doodles, there's spoodles, there's pugoodles, you name it, I've probably seen it. So here in Australia, this one's an oodle-specific advanced formula. The ingredients are listed as turkey meal, rice, sorghum, rice flour, chicken meal, chicken fat, natural flavour, chicken. So you can see rice is listed twice. This is what's called ingredient splitting. Basically, the bag contains more rice than turkey meal. I do not see anything included to address hip dysplasia, cataracts, or any specific joint conditions. Why is this so good for an oodled mixed breed? And this is all of the oodles that I've mentioned earlier, plus all the other ones I don't know of. Personally, I believe that these two big companies realised that oodles were gaining so much popularity that they are the new it dogs, that they're simply going for a cash grab. How very surprising. Okay, let's compare another product, also advanced, like for like, and also for small adult dogs. So the ingredients are lamb, rice, maize, sorghum, maize, gluten, chicken. So the top 5 are lamb, not specify the type. It could be real muscle meat or it could be hydrolyzed lamb meal. Again, the bloody lack of labelling regulations makes it so hard to know what you're actually really buying. Then there's maize, sorghum and maize gluten. Once again, add those two up and there's more maize than sorghum, which is a more expensive grain. Then there's this unspecified chicken. The two formulations are very similar, both with 2 animal protein sources and both containing the mystery and natural flavour, chicken. I have no idea what this actually means. The non-oodle specific mix comes in at $15.30 per kilo, and the oodle specific mix comes in at $25.50 per kilo. It's a bit different, people. I'm going to call this a giant marketing gimmick. The breed-specific mixes are twice as expensive as the generic all-breed suitable mixes. And just looking at these 2 examples alone, they're actually poorer quality than the general formulations seem to be. So I'm going to call this breed-specific targeted food marketing a whole lot of BS. It's clever, it's emotive, and they have images on the front of the bags. Promises to be better than anything else for your purebred pooch. I think you get the idea. This is a whole lot of malarkey. Don't fall for it. Choose a food that is suitable for your dog's life stage and activity levels, and wherever possible, incorporate as much real and fresh food as you possibly can.